Vaidurikam has been mentioned the word here, just like you heard about Chanakya Niti, everybody has heard. Similarly, there is Vidura Niti, which is called Vaidurikam. There is this, just like Bhagavad Gita was spoken, there was some kind of a situation which was there. So Vaidurikam was also spoken in a particular situation. Bhagavatam gives a summary, Mahabharata gives that in detail. Bhagavatam always focuses on the spiritual aspect. Mahabharata goes even to politics. Correct? A lot of politics. Bhagavatam doesn't have all that. Bhagavatam is more focused on giving spiritual advice for our upliftment. So we know the situation is that the Pandavas were at Virat and the Kauravas came to know. They had suspicion because they were the last year of Agyatwas. Which language is convenient? Hindi or English will do? English and Hindi. So, situation is okay. So then what happens is that Pandavas are now Pandavas are now living in Agyatwas, so there was some trick. The Duryodhana tried to reveal their identities. If that is done, then they have to repeat the whole Vanvas. Shri Radha Govinda ki. So at this point what happens is that somehow, finally the whole situation, Arjuna comes to fight when the time is finished of their, what is exactly called? That's called Vanvas or? No, the total duration, what it was called? Vanvas only. Last was Agyatwas. So finally he comes at the right time and he helps King Virata. He defeats the whole Kaurava army, in which all the big people are there, Bhishma, Drona, Ashwathama, Karna. In fact, some of them like Karna were repeatedly defeated very badly. They were all injured and they decide there is no use to fight now and they turn back. Just imagine, alone. Arjuna fought that very interesting, that war alone and defeated everybody. And he had nothing else with him. He somehow took his weapons which he had hidden and he fought. And the Kauravas came back, understanding the might of Arjuna. And then after that, Dhṛtarāṣṭra now panicked, because he knows what he has done. He has usurped the kingdom of the Pandavas. And he sends a messenger whose name is Sanjaya. Sanjaya, you know, Bhagavad Gita also starts with Dhṛtarāṣṭra Vacha, then Sanjaya Vacha. So he sent Sanjaya, who was a very wise person, to talk to Yudhishthira with a message that try to make settlement with Duryodhana. If it is not, better forgive Duryodhana, that is all nice. He was too attached to his son. He cannot take anything which is against his son. So if my son doesn't agree, then you forget the kingdom, forgive him, and you can live by begging, something like that. Gives such kind of an advice to Sanjaya. Tell they're very nice. Basically, can you imagine? Who's pampering his child will talk like that. He can't just see which is evident to him. His son is the one who is the root of the whole problem. And he comes and gives the advice to Yudhishthira. Yudhishthira says, see, morality, what you are telling me morality is not easy to understand. Let us call Krishna. Because what may be good today may be bad tomorrow. So many things in society today are allowed. But yesterday they were like, true, things change. So morality we can't say, it's relative. If you base on our own judgment, things change. Therefore, we should always refer to scripture if you want morality. Our own society judgment is not fixed. Society, today something, tomorrow something. Let us, Krishna is personally present, because what is Shastra? Shastra is words of Krishna. He is personally present with us. Let us ask him, what is the right course of action? Then Krishna gives his advice. He says, no. Where was the morality? When he particularly was touched by Draupadi's pain, he said, where was the morality at that time? When this Karna asked her to accept another wife. Basically, he had decided all these people have to die. Death penalty Krishna had already given. Just like Supreme Court gives the death penalty. So Supreme of Supreme Court had already given death penalty to Duryodhana, Karna, even Bhishma, Drona, who were silent when Draupadi, misbehavior was done to Draupadi. So Krishna says, this has to be corrected. Punishment has to be given. And if they want, with great respect and due honor, they can return kingdom to Yudhishthira. I am personally coming as the messenger of the Pandavas now. Krishna goes as the final peace messenger. Correct? And if they hear my words with respect and give to Yudhishthira with due honor the kingdom, then it's okay, fine. And Yudhishthira adds to this, okay, nothing. You tell Dhṛtarāṣṭra that even they give me back in the pṛṣṭaḥ or the 5 villages, that's also fine. I need some place to live. So Sanjaya comes and he's very touched by, Sanjaya used Bhagavad Gita also was in ecstasy after hearing Bhagavad Gita. So he's very touched by meeting Pandavas and Lord Krishna. And he says to Dhṛtarāṣṭra that actually Pandavas are the real inheritors of the kingdom. Your sin personified son Duryodhana is not good. You return the kingdom to Pandavas. I said, do you have the message? He said, I'll read the message tomorrow. I'm very tired. So Sanjaya goes and takes rest. At this point, Dhṛtarāṣṭra is sitting. He's not getting sleep. Because just a couple of days before, Arjuna alone defeated all the Kaurava chiefs. It's not ordinary that Virata Yuddha, don't read on all this movies and all. They commercialize and they bring all garbage. But actually the fact is different. So they were scared of the power of the Pandavas because one alone defeated all the chiefs. So they have seen the power. Now the message has come and the messenger has said something reverse. So he can't get sleep, say night 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock. So Dhṛtarāṣṭra is not getting sleep now. So what he does, as always, he calls Vidura. Now Vidura was very detached, is very great moralist. At the same time, is also a great spiritualist. Now the spiritual aspect of Vidura will be revealed in Bhagavatam. Because when he comes here and he gives advice at this time to Dhṛtarāṣṭra, he says that get rid of the son, Duryodhana. He says, I told you when the child was born, get rid of him, because they were very inauspicious signs. When Pandavas were born, they were very auspicious signs. There are some. When Duryodhana was born, it's like when Hiranyakashipu was born. Total darkness, no light and all. Ferocious kind of sounds animals are making. You can think everything inauspicious you can think of was there when Duryodhana was born. So I told you by the symptoms and omens that get rid of the sun. This sun will cause you destruction. Everything will be lost. And that's what happened finally. Everything was lost. So I told you that day itself, I am telling you again, he has proved his prediction. वो जितना उसका astrological chart था, he has fulfilled each one of them. He tried so many inauspicious things till now. Get rid of the sun. And aren't you scared of the Pandavas? Krishna is personally with them. Because Vidura was a great devotee. That when Krishna comes with the peace offer, at that time Krishna goes to the house of Vidura. He doesn't go to the house of Duryodhana. Duryodhana invites him. Duryodhana बोलते हैं मेरे घर आओ, दुशासन के घर आओ, अच्छा सा एक लंच अरेंज किया है, मजे से खाएंगे. So Krishna says, no, जो लोग मेरी बात नहीं मानते उनके घर नहीं आता. He says, he refuses. So you offer something to Krishna, but if you are not obeying Krishna, you are not a devotee of Krishna, Krishna will not accept. See, clear example or not? Dushasana arranged a chapan bhog, said Krishna you will take. He said, नहीं खाऊंगा. क्यों तुम मेरे भक्त नहीं हो, मैं भक्तों का ही खाता हूँ. And he goes to Vidura's house. And Vidura, what he does? He offers bananas. You know this? Everybody knows. And he's in such ecstasy that he's offering the skin and throwing the banana. He is gone mad. Lord has come. Actually, he is Yamaraj. Vidura is Yamaraj himself. Yamaraj is a great devotee. And he is in ecstasy. The Lord has come. He knows what is it. He knows what is. We know the instance, so many instances. He is a very great devotee. All the devatas are great devotees of the Lord. They got appointment letter from the Lord, and they are also great devotees. So then, Vidura, this is the position of Vidura. So Vidura is now instructing Dhṛtarāṣṭra, please do this. Krishna is with them. That's what Bhagavatam is going to speak now. What are you trying to do? You think you will win the war? Krishna is with them. You're gonna fool or what? Better return the kingdom, save the अपने बच्चे को भगाओ इधर से. अरे पांडवा के साथ कृष्णा खुद है, तुम क्या युद्ध करोगे उनसे? He said, वापस कर दो ये किंगडम एंड अपने बेटे को किंगडम से बाहर निकालो. होता ना देश निकालो, उसको निकालो इधर से. You will have saved. At this time, I'll go to Vaidurikam later, just tell you the Bhagavatam aspect which is more important. The Duryodhana somehow, उसको भी नींद नहीं आई थी, because अभी मार खा के आया था. Just couple of days before, they're all injured actually. So he also hears and he can't handle this. Somebody is telling, get rid of him, usko desh se nikal ko, disown the son. Pehle king could do anything. Disown the son, aur isko raja se bahar nikal do. When he hears this, he shouts, this kept son of a maid servant. Now these things are not to be spoken, because Vidura was actually even respected as Duryodhana. He was so intelligent. Because as Yamaraj, he knows all the morality. Otherwise, how can he punish people? So his counsel was very respected, even by Duryodhana, generally. He was a very respected person. But when it comes to apne matlab jaan bachane ka, then he becomes totally furious. And he shouts, throw this person outside the palace. Now for Vidura, this son of the kept maid servant. You know that Vidura was not born to a queen. He was born to a maid servant. This is actually, he is also the son of, whose son is he? Vyas ka beta. This all things were allowed in Dwapar Yuga. Kali Yuga it is not allowed. If you cannot give birth, then your brother can give birth through your wife. So that rule was used. And Vyasa was called. And the sons were there. So anyway, so Vedavyasa was very ugly. Because he is ugly, means all hair. He's a Rishi Muni. And because the mother called, he came. And she said, you have to do this. It is okay. So the first son was, the queen closed the eyes. So the first son was born blind, Dhṛtarāṣṭra. Second, again, when the mother-in-law called, she put the maid servant. She said, I can't see him. That's why he was the Dasi Putra. He was born through the maid servant. And the third son was Pandu, through the other queen, correct? And then, so this is Vidura's birth is a little strange. But then we have to see the result now. The result is Yamaraj himself has been born. Everything we have to see by result. These things are not allowed. 5 things are banned in Kali Yuga. One of the things, this is banned. So then what happens is that, so he says, he remembers the birth of Vidura. We should not speak all these things. He remembers the birth and he inserts, this son of the kept maid servant, Dasi Putri, iski aisi himmat hoti hai. You throw him, he should be thrown outside the kingdom and beaten till his almost to death. Only breath remains. When Vidura hears this, now Bhagavatam says both external and internal energy are going to act. Duryodhana spoke this because of the act of Maya. His mind became wild. Vidura thought in another way. If he wants to fight, they will be hell there. Yamaraj fights, कुछ नहीं बचेगा, सब खत्म हो जाएगा. महाभारत युद्ध भी नहीं होगा. That उसको अर्जुन के लिए रखा गया वो. In fact, there is one more time. There was a time that Ravana attacked Kuvera. You have to go now? Ravana attacked Kuvera. Sridhar, I can give some prasad. So Ravana attacked Kuvera, and at that time, that's how he stole the Pushpak Vivan. You all know that, no? He stole the Pushpak Vivan of Kuvera. And he also came to fight with Yamaraj. Yamaraj was about to lift his weapon. And if Yamaraj would have lifted weapon, that was the end of Ravana. Nobody can fight it. It's not possible to fight with Yamaraj. He has the power to kill anybody. But then he was advised, don't do that. Uska kuch, abhi Ram aa rahe hain, kuch pura leela hona hai. Don't disturb the leela of the Lord. So he left it. So same way at this time, Vidura could have lifted. His weapon was a bow, arrow was there. He could have lifted. He could have called for his celestial weapons and done the war. He did not. He said, nahi, abhi to bahut Mahabharat hona hai. He knows, 18 din ka Mahabharat hona hai, and Arjuna has to get all the credit. So he did not. He left the palace. So he rather gave a very interesting example. Even we are in the worst of adversity, we should look for spiritual aspect of it. Okay? That in the great adversity, Vidura has come. If you look normally, it's a great adversity with Vidura see. From a palace, he is going to leave now. He decided to quit. Because he took it as an opportunity. Just like, आपको कीर्तन सुनने का बहुत मन कर रहा है, ठीक है? कहीं कुछ गए हुए थे, कुछ काम कर रहे थे, और उधर से अब क्या, चलो यार, चलो इधर से कीर्तन. मन तो उसका कीर्तन, उसको his mind was spiritual. Vidura in this incarnation has not come with the intention to lift weapons. वो mood नहीं है. Actually, Prabhupada says that Yamaraj is very busy. Yamaraj is very busy. वो लोगों को दंड देने में बहुत बिजी रहते हैं. बिकॉज अच्छे लोग तो कम ही होते हैं, ज़्यादातर लोग पाप कर्म करते हैं. तो यमराज का डिपार्टमेंट में बहुत भीड़ लगी रहती है. उनको जैसे कभी डॉक्टर को देखते हैं ना, कुछ डॉक्टर के पास टाइम नहीं है, यमराज के पास 1 सेकंड भी नहीं है. बहुत भीड़ लगी, एक के बाद एक, एक के बाद एक. तो कृष्णा वांटेड टू गिव हिम सम ब्रेक. सो व्हाट डिड कृष्णा अरेंज? He arranges Yamaraj to get cursed by Manduka Muni, and he comes as Vidura. And in this incarnation, Yamaraj is not come for fight. Actually, Krishna wanted him to give some preach and also hear Krishna consciousness. थोड़ा break from his job. जैसे आप तीर्थ यात्रा के लिए जाते हैं, आप युद्ध करने नहीं जाते तीर्थ यात्रा में. तो वे राजा लोग भी कभी तीर्थ यात्रा के लिए जाते थे, वो तो करते हैं युद्ध. So Yamaraj was not come for fighting. So he had main was to, he can do his job, but he's not in that mood now. So he wished to give very good moral advice to Dhṛtarāṣṭra, and he didn't take it. So he said, okay, let me go for pilgrimage now. So Prabhupada said, look at it, it's not easy. A person sitting in the palace, कोई राजा महाराज महल से निकल के आप किसी तीर्थ जगह में एक कपड़े में आराम से बैठ जाओ, आसान नहीं है. करें, आसान नहीं है. लेकिन हमको भी कभी कभी अनुभव होता है, जब हम तीर्थ यात्रा में जाते हैं, अभी तो मंदिर में बैठे हैं, वहाँ का बहुत तपस होता है, कभी कभी आराम से स्वीकार कर लेते हैं, बिकॉज मूड अलग है. So Vidura goes and he travels to various places. So he does not take it negative at all. He travels to various places, and Tirth Yatra, his description of Tirth Yatra is there. He went there, then he went there, then he went there. Bhagavatam, that description will come. Finally, he comes to Yamuna, and he sees Uddhava. And he requests Uddhava, tell me the news, what's happening. He doesn't know anything. Where is Krishna? Where he talks about the news of the Dwaraka, because he is a great devotee of Krishna. And Uddhava tells him. Before telling, Uddhava is in ecstasy, because he's asked, इतने प्रश्न पूछे उसने कृष्ण के बारे में कि Uddhava goes into मतलब आध्यात्मिक आनंद में, oh Krishna, and he goes into great meditation. और उनके शरीर में सारे विकार शुरू हो जाते हैं खुशी के, आध्यात्मिक खुशी के. And Vidura is watching. Appa, what a devotee he is. And then Uddhava greatly restrains himself, and then he comes to external consciousness, and then he instructs him little. Then after that he tells him what to say. Krishna has departed. All Yadavas fought among themselves, killed each other. Everything is over now. And he says, give me some instructions, spiritual instructions. He says, no, I cannot teach you. क्योंकि आस पे भी मैत्रेय है अमुनि पास अब उनसे जाके मिलो. So Prabhupada said that is maryada. Maryada means etiquette. Actually Uddhava was competent. He is actually spiritually senior to Maitreya. And he tells that before Krishna departed, वो दोनों को ज्ञान दिए थे, मेरे को और मैत्रेय को. उद्धव गीता बोली गई थी उसमें. कृष्णा भी नारायण के रूप में आ गए थे जाने से पहले. For whatever reason he took Narayana form and he was sitting below a tree. And Maitreya and they came. Krishna all अस्त्र अपने एक उसमें रख के he sent it. सब मतलब Krishna was ready to packing for an example's sake. All his Shankha, Chakra, Gada, Padma, jitne weapons and all Krishna has brought, kept it on a chariot. That is the time that hunter comes, uska leela kiya jata hai. So Krishna was in that Narayana form now, and he instructed both of us and he departed. Krishna has gone back to Vaikuntha. So he said, can you tell me some instructions? He said, no. He is from Maitreya. So why? क्या reason था? Maitreya में उनसे उम्र में बड़े थे. तो ये मर्यादा. Even though Uddhava is more advanced, etiquette को honor किया जाता है. Sir, you hear from him. Why I should teach you? You go to him. And then he goes to Maitreya and he asks various questions to Maitreya, the spiritual questions. Kindly tell me some spiritual instructions. How do you become pure in the heart? How we can fix our mind on the Lord? Basic, he asks. And Maitreya Muni gives so many spiritual instructions. Okay? That is the part of Bhagavatam that will come. So coming back to Vaidurikam, that he gives Vidura to Dhṛtarāṣṭra. When Dhṛtarāṣṭra asks him, मेरे को रात को नींद नहीं आ रही. उसके बहुत कारण होते हैं. नींद उसको नहीं आती जिसका दिल काम से भरा होता है, उसको नींद नहीं आती. नींद उसको नहीं आती जो एक ऐसे आदमी से शत्रुता पाल लेता है जो उससे ज़्यादा स्ट्रांग है. एक्चुअली धृतराष्ट्र सेकेंड कैटेगरी में था. जो अगर आप किसी से क्या कहते हैं, you make somebody an enemy who is more powerful than you cannot sleep. So he gives various examples. And he says, I hope you are not one of them. And he keeps giving instruction. Dhṛtarāṣṭra actually hears and he always concludes, therefore get rid of the son Duryodhana. Same thing, what here is in one line, Mahabharata comes and expanded. Then Dhṛtarāṣṭra says, your counsel is very good, but tell me something more. He knows he is attached to his child. Tell me something more. So then he gives instruction, what are the symptoms of a wise man? And he gives various symptoms of a wise man. That's Vaidurikam. And he tells, therefore, act like a wise person. Don't fight with the Pandavas. Dhṛtarāṣṭra said, kuch aur batao. Then he tells symptoms of a fool. So then he said, it tells him symptoms of a fool. And then said, therefore, don't be a fool. Don't be a fool. Don't fight this war. Then Dhṛtarāṣṭra said, kuch aur batao bhai. Okay, I'll tell you symptoms of a kind-hearted and merciful person. Then again gives a narration. These are symptoms, these are symptoms, these are symptoms. Therefore, be kind to the Pandava. They are your own children. Don't fight this war. Everywhere concludes, don't fight this war. This is exactly like Chanakya Niti, but it's very cleverly putting. So goes on instructing him. And at the end, he tells, therefore, don't fight this war. Same thing that comes here. Then Dhṛtarāṣṭra says, actually, when I look at Pandavas, I feel merciful. They are wonderful people. But जब बेटा सामने आता ना, मेरा दिमाग काम नहीं करता फिर. I am so attached to my son. So finally, Vidura finds no use.